in the South Pole current sheet, and welcome to another episode of the Smashlights, where I'll talk about all kinds of scary and spooky things, as well as stupid things, and I might even have to do a Bernie Sanders impersonation. Before we get to some to a sort of a feel-good story, let's talk about the things we've added to smashomash.com/affiliate. Now, we've got all kinds of products on there, the first being the Zacurate 500DL pulse oximeter, which, by the way, is not made in China. It's made in Texas, not China. It comes with a nice case. It comes with batteries. You can check your blood oxygen, and it's got nothing to do with China. It's not going to send your data to China. Also, L-lysine, an amino acid, which is essential and responsible for the production of hormones, enzymes, and antibodies. You could probably understand the reasoning behind buying some of that. By Swanson. Also, MSM, almond flour, calcium, zinc, and magnesium, Shugu, smashed potatoes by Betty Crocker, some PPE equipment associated with real respirators, elastomeric kind, some goggles and other PPE like hazmat suits, chemical-resistant gloves, Natrio gloves in a box, my Bio bug-out bag, a USB drive, the products that keep my hair smelling as delightful as it does, a UV wand to go around killing virus and bacteria. The last two items are Morton kosher salt and baking soda. Why? Well, because you can mix these together 50-50 to make yourself a homemade mouthwash. Now, we keep this mixed up in a vitamin bottle in the bathroom cabinet. You just take 50% baking soda, 50% kosher salt, you mix it together, you take a little pinch out, drop it in your mouth, put some water in there, swoosh it around. It's an ultimate alkalizing mouthwash. It removes the acidity from the inside of your mouth, and what that does is kills practically all dental infections. Now, you don't want to over-alkalize, you don't want to drink this stuff, you want to just swoosh it around and spit it out like any other mouthwash. So try this out, even if you don't buy the products via our affiliate links. Next time you feel a canker sore or even a toothache, try gargling with a combination of baking soda and kosher salt and see what it does. Now, you can also chew a Tums, will also have a similar effect, but this is not going to encourage you to swallow any of the alkaline material. Again, nearly all dental infections are caused by acidic organisms, and practically everything that can infect your mouth is killed by an alkaline environment. They thrive in acidic environments, and there is a connection between your gut intestinal flora and the bacteria in your mouth. We won't get into it today. Consider buying those products and make yourself homemade mouthwash. I've seen people's ills cured many times by the alkalizing mouthwash. Here's a feel-good story, kind of. Are you wondering who killed Jam Master Jay? Well, two idiots have been charged in the 18-year-old unsolved murder of Jam Master Jay, where he was basically assassinated, we believe, over a cocaine transaction. Now, Jam Master Jay was involved a lot in anti-drug messaging, which doesn't indicate that he used cocaine. I don't know. Maybe he was. Maybe there was a money laundering scam. Who the hell knows what was happening? But in any case, it's a pretty irritating case, and it appears that some idiots have been charged. Who are the idiots in question? Well, one of them is also charged with a suspect. One is also a suspect in the 1995 murder of Randy Stretch Walker, a former close associate to the late rapper Tupac Shakur, who was also murdered. Oh, geez. It's a nice thing that murder cases never close because they have no statute of limitations. As I was utterly outraged when I heard somebody had essentially assassinated Jam Master Jay. Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan are the two morons. Apparently they walked into a record studio, told everybody to get on the ground, and just murdered Jam Master Jay. So let's see what goes on with that. Perhaps it'll uncover more murder cases. Again, thanks to our viewers over there on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/smashamash. If you're on YouTube and you haven't pressed like and subscribe and pressed the notification bell, so that you may even be informed when we produce a video. Please do so now. No, that's okay. We'll wait. Have you pressed like and subscribe yet? The video does not continue until you press like and subscribe. Or perhaps leave a comment expressing your discontent. We're also on BitChute. It's bitchute.com/smashamash. And by the way, we made a video about hydroxychloroquine 5 months ago. Let's talk about the smAsho mission, which you can read all about at smashamash.com/forum/mission. Let's talk about number 2. There's a lot of number 2 out there. People are taking number 2s on your rights. Number 2 is to raise the awareness of the general public of the relationship between space weather and Earth effects. By the way, all your weather comes from space, more or less. Here's an article on SciTech Daily about the magnetic dent in the planet known as the South Atlantic anomaly, which is splitting in two, and one part of it is headed towards South Africa. Now, I'm just going to play a little clip of this YouTube video here with no sound, as I'm one of the top ragers when somebody refers to the sun or the earth as similar to a bar magnet. Yes, it has a north and a south pole, but those are both dipole magnets, which means there are really 2 poles at each end of the planet and the sun and the Sagittarius A star, which is the massive radio source at the core of the Milky Way galaxy. None of these things are really anything like a bar magnet, and it's blasphemous when people suggest they are. So here's the animation. It's talking about the weakness in the magnetic field, and the South Atlantic anomaly is a weird spot where the magnetic field, despite being fairly close to the equator, is incredibly weak, and so on. And here's a little animation of the South Atlantic anomaly as it seems to be splitting and moving towards South Africa across the Atlantic Ocean. So now this is interesting, as if there is a magnetic reversal occurring, this would probably be one of the other features. And part of the reason why we do the channel is to always monitor every day the ground magnetic perturbations and other data which would indicate magnetic reversals. Now keep in mind that the magnetosphere can suddenly reverse and switch back and reverse and switch back without anybody even particularly detecting it. But the most important thing about this can be measured up in my desktop. So there's my desktop image. I don't show this very often. This is what people believe is going on inside the Earth. They believe that there's a molten iron core in there, and that's what creates the geomagnetism. And let's just say that there are problems with that little hypothesis, to say the least. And I believe that there is super ionized material in there, which is nothing like liquid molten iron or anything like that. Perhaps read the article on SciTech Daily. This is pretty much old news, but I figured I'd cover it again since it's involved in our mission. And who knows, perhaps this is your first time watching. Consider becoming a patron if you haven't. Thanks to our patrons for being the real source of funding for the content. We do have a credit crawl on the way, and we've got to start a thread in Patreon here to let our patrons let us know how they would like their name listed in our credits crawl. So it's going to happen. Please consider supporting the channel over there, as we need lots more funding to even continue to exist, much less to expand our operation in the way that we want it to. We're also on Subscribestar and all various other social media sites. Check the links below the video. Support us in whatever way you can. Perhaps purchase some merch. Maybe you're in the market for the 3C405 shirt, a shirt featuring a radio image of massive radio galaxy Cygnus A, otherwise known as 3C405. The most massive radio source in the sky, second only to the sun, despite being estimated at over 500 million light years distance. If you haven't checked out smashamash.com/forum, it's free. We don't have a paywall yet, thanks to our 1,421 users. And we've got forums on cosmology, Earth and geophysics, general science, the sun, a free-for-all, and a new users forum. Thanks everybody for posting over there. And now we've gotten really scary and spooky. How scary and spooky? Well, pretty, not that scary and spooky, but pretty scary and spooky. I'm scared. I'm spooked. Oh my God, I better take my UV wand and remedy this situation. Stop that. Stop rotating around my head then. You're out of here. Ha! Take that. And that is what UV wands are for. Will lasers work against COVID? I don't know, but it's worth a try. Anyway, let's talk about Pennsylvania. Now, elections have consequences, and when you elect a complete COVIDiot like Tom Wolf, governor of Pennsylvania, he will appoint another complete COVIDiot like Dr. Rachel Levine. The state has wasted $1.9 million more taxpayer dollars to deploy and maintain an app to track your motions. Yes, how does it work? Well, it's stupid. It's going to roll out next month, and if you're willing to use it, you'll be given a 6-digit code to enter to then issue a notification. If you receive a notification, like an alert to check the app. Anyway, what it does is, I don't know, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. As a threshold, the app uses Centers for Disease Control guideline of being within 6 feet for at least 15 minutes. Because, it takes me a lot more than 10 minutes to cough on you. I couldn't cough on you in 1 second from 20 feet away or anything. But Meghna Patel, Deputy Secretary for Health Innovation at the Department of Health, wow, what a mess. Is Rachel Levine your ultimate boss? What's up with the baked bean teeth on that dude? I mean, that chick. That chick, Rachel Levine, yeah, former NCAA linebacker, is in charge of some of your healthcare decisions here in Pennsylvania. This app is about Pennsylvanians helping Pennsylvanians. So now that the pandemic is completely gone, next month in September, Pennsylvania plans to launch an idiotic, Bluetooth-based, by the way. Bluetooth. Really? Bluetooth? Are you kidding me? What a joke. The identity will be protected by encryption and anonymous identifier beacons that change frequently, the companies have said. Duh. All I can say is duh, Pennsylvania. Let's talk about more scary stuff. Oh my God, what is that? What the hell? Holy cripes! Let's talk about day one of the National Democratic Convention. The keynote speaker was Michelle Obama. I misspoke there. Let's play some highlights from the DNC's own YouTube page. I'm sure it's cutting edge, folks, just like Bernie Sanders' brain.
Every part of America. We are a people in a quandary about the present.
Oh my God, we're a people in a quandary about the present. Because COVIDiocy is rife. Oh, let's play a clip from Bernie, one of my favorite politicians ever. Take it away, Bernie. Let's see if he talks about the 1% and the billionaires and millionaires and how ponies and inflation are indeed a human right.
Public health crisis in 100 years and the worst economic collapse since the Great Depression.
Now, I love Bernie's robotic hand motions. You can clearly tell that he has no idea what he's doing here. Watch his hand motions. If you watch them closely, they have nothing to do with what he's saying. They're mechanical, and I think Bernie may be operated by a series of termites in his sawdust-filled brain. Let's talk about a drinking game associated with the DNC. Thanks, Matt Taibbi. Shout out to Matt Taibbi. Drop me a line for an interview. The only succor from an endless stream of sanctimonious speeches decrying the existential threat President Trump poses to the future of the Republic is alcohol, and in keeping with the tradition which Taibbi contributed during his time as an editor at Rolling Stone, we hope you're ready to start drinking early. Because the DNC is going on all week, and you may want to just call off work for the rest of the week here. Without further ado, drink every time Anybody says post office, postal service, or mailbox, or any variation thereof, the soul of America, history or historic, but only if a convention speaker utters it. If they say existential threat, this president, let me be clear, and then a double shot if what comes after is not clear, when it usually isn't. Elections have consequences, folks. Are you scared and spooked? Because it's pretty scary and spooky, if you ask me. If they say the word access, like access to health care or access to a good education, you may drink twice if it comes in conjunction with an argument about opportunity. If they say systemic, systematic, structural, fundamental, or fundamentally, double shot if the words are uttered by somebody who has never voted or supported a systemic reform. Someone who speaks positively of a Clinton. If they say this is not who we are. If they say above the law. If they say something Mitch McConnell is a human right. If they say Trump and then a rehearsed witticism, also golf. If they say Russia or birther, or if they attempt to speak Spanish, or if they say unity or civility, or if they say uncharted waters, which by the way you should drink rum, which is a reference to the Caribbean, where sugar and all that happy stuff, molasses, democracy itself, and you must drink once per hour to, if they say racist, black lives, or lies. I like it. Sounds like a good idea. Also, if you'd prefer to play bingo, here is your bingo board, and it's available at zerohedge.com. Should be fun. Last night's keynote speaker was former First Lady Michelle Obama. Opening act. And when I say act, I mean by an actor known as Bernie Sanders, economically illiterate senator from Vermont. Let's talk about some of Bernie's quotes, as I love Bernie's quotes. Oh, that's not what I wanted. We must come together, defeat Donald Trump, and elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris as our next president and vice president, Sanders said. My friends, the price of failure is just too great to imagine. Now, Bernie Sanders is a massive failure. He can't even seem to secure the Democratic nomination, despite being able to put together a coherent sentence once in a while, assuming he's not talking about economics. My friends, I say to you and to everyone who supported other candidates in this primary and to those who have voted for Donald Trump in the last election, the future of our democracy is at stake. The future of our economy is at stake. The future of our planet is at stake, Sanders said in a pre-recorded speech filmed in his Burlington, Vermont home. By the way, Bernie has 3 homes, if you weren't aware, which makes him a member of the 1%. So thanks for your speech, Bernie. We think it's fantastic. We think it's simply fantastic. By the way, if you'd like to make America not suck again, one of the ways you could do so is by buying a t-shirt. How about in slate gray? Or maybe in navy blue? Get one in navy blue to match the blue flames behind me. Yeah, those are to honor the Democratic National Committee. It's going strong. Look at the hot flames of that Democratic National Committee. It's just amazing back there. It's burning bright. We've got other shirts also. You could do the one I'm wearing now, for instance, maybe the Smasher Price, my first pandemic, or Scamdemic. If you've got a breaking news story, drop us a line at the SMASHO VOIP line. It's country code 1, area code 610-936-9799. That's country code 1, area code 610-936-9799. We're growing our organization. If you haven't checked out smashamash.org, check it out. We've got our social media links over here underneath this arrow, as well as links to the forum and 2 different Teespring stores, as well as our smashamash.com/affiliate, where we have a bunch of Amazon links. Here's the other Teespring store. Perhaps consider picking up consider joining the Smash Team via the Smash Team shirt. We've got this one in every color. How about white? Although summer's almost over, what about a forest green? Oh, that's pretty good. The Smash Team. Thanks for being on the Smash Team. And again, check out our affiliate links. we've put all of these Amazon products in one convenient place, smashamash.com/affiliate. Has anybody checked out Parential? We picked up a story on it the other day about long-lasting celebrity marriages, and we're trying to vet the site. I haven't heard any response yet about Parential.com. Parential.com. Here's an article about getting kids to eat healthier, mix things up, beef broth, stop going to restaurants so much since homemade meals are pretty much entirely healthier, have healthy snacks on hand. Make the grocery store shopping with your kids. Maybe you can share some ideas, cut down on sugar, and avoid soft drinks altogether. Add healthy proteins. I won't get into it. So check out Parential.com if you haven't. There could be interesting material there. Drop us a line if you've checked it. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter. It's twitter.com/smashomash. I don't know what is up with that. No, it's twitter.com/smashomash. There you go. There's our Twitter page, and I've been getting more involved over there. By the way, all things matter. We're thinking about making a t-shirt that says all things matter. If you haven't checked out the Instagram page, you may not see stuff like this. Now, this is about a Kit Boga video yesterday that we put up. We put it up yesterday. It's a 2-day-old video from Kit Boga. The angriest scam baiting call ever. So, I mean, I'm going to play some audio for you on this. Just listen to this. This is absolutely incredible. This is the loudest, most crazy scam baiting call I've ever heard. If you want to hear the whole 1-minute clip, check out Instagram.com. If you want to see the whole scenario, Kit Boga, Kitboga. He's on Twitch and he's on YouTube.
Get it! I won't get it! I won't get it!
What do you mean?
Ma'am, what are you doing? Get it! I won't get it! I won't get it!
What do you mean?
Ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm ending this
Ma'am,
story.
you prostitute!
It's the best scam baiting call I've ever heard. Enough that I put up 2 Instagram posts about it, as well as a screenshot from one of Robotai's videos talking about a simple explanation of why the sun's not made of a gaseous plasma. Here are the emission lines of a gaseous plasma. See that? Those are the hydrogen emission lines, and here's what the sun's emission lines look like. A very simple argument for those who don't understand heliophysics. Let's talk about a great cosmology story here. Mysterious gamma-ray heartbeat coming from cosmic gas cloud leaves scientists baffled. Why is it that something 100 light years away, these two objects are 100 light years away from each other, yet they're emitting at the exact same time frame? Now, there's some sort of a poloidal field situation with a precessional wobble happening. They're calling it a microquasar, which refutes the definition of what a quasar is in the first place. Let's play the animation with no audio. So you've got this massive radio source here, and it's emitting these 2 streams that are coming out in a spiral out of its poloidal fields. And the cycle of this precession appears to be the same as the glow cycle of this cloud, which is quite far away, indicating some sort of a bridge between the systems, although we're not sure exactly what it is. So it's very interesting. There's this star. There's a sort of a collective gas cloud being created in between this star and this more massive object. And this is just yet another reason why Deneb, otherwise known as Cygnus X3, is so important, because Cygnus X3 is a similar system. They're calling it a black hole, and the masses of these is just ridiculous, because what they're saying here is that the mass of the one object is 10 to 30 suns, and the mass of the other object is, I don't remember, Finding such an unambiguous connection via timing at about 100 light years away from the, quote, micro-quasar, end quote, not even along the direction line of the jets. So that's interesting, as it's not at the end of the jets. It's unexpected as amazing. But how the black hole can power the gas cloud's heartbeat is unclear to us, probably by magnetic fields. During direct periodic illumination by the jets seems unlikely. An alternative that the team explored is based on the impact of fast protons, the nuclei of hydrogen atoms, produced in the ends of the jets, or near the black hole, and injected into the cloud, where those subatomic particles hit the gas and produce gamma rays. Now, these things are not electric, fundamentally. The one object is behaving like a hose, and they are associated with massive magnetic fields, which is probably the explanation of how this system does it. But ultimately, we don't know. If you want to read more about it, it's Fermi J1913 plus 0515. So that, I'm sure that'll be really easy to look up. It's very catchy. Fermi J1913 plus 0515. And please, make America not suck again. Or, if you're an international viewer, make Earth not suck again. It's up to you. Congratulations on surviving a global pandemic. So far. And here ends another episode